Life is a game, quite literally and quite metaphorically. But we're going to talk about that when I figure out what that actually means. But what I want to talk about today is the first 20 years of your life are basically a tutorial. There are no consequences if you make mistakes. Actually, there are a lot of consequences. You're just gonna get an F on your test. You're gonna get expelled. Fuck, I didn't think this through at all. But listen, that's not the point, all right? The first 20 years of your life are a tutorial, and then you go and you get thrown into the real world where you have to actually work for a living, right? So if you think that if you are like 25, you're 29, you're 38, you're 49, you're 60 years old, and you think that it's like too late for you to learn new skills, whoa. You've been misinterpreting the whole timeline of life, I guess, because this is how I think about it. I'm actually gonna be turning 28, which means I am actually just 8 years into the real world. Just 8 years. All right, the first 20 years, I don't count that. It's just a tutorial. Do you count the tutorials in video games as actual playtime? No, you just want to skip them as possible, which is the reason why most people want to grow up as soon as possible, because the tutorial is not fun. But then when you're like 30, people are so afraid of the age 30. I am afraid as well. But when I realized that for the first 20 years are just, they're just a tutorial, I'm like, I have so much time. I can do so much things. I can learn so much things. Now the real life learning becomes, all right? I feel like in the first 20 years, you're learning how to learn. All right, so you're going through the processes, you're going through repetition of learning languages, how to write, how to read, how to speak. And then after 20, when you finish school, you can actually learn things that interest you. But because most people just feel like, I feel like that's how I feel that most people feel like, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I feel that people think that they're old. That's just, if they are 28, if they are 35, if they are like 60, they just think that they're old, and they just, dude, like, listen, if you are even 50 years old, you have a lot of time. You've been just playing the game for 30 years, the real life game, right? For 30 years, and you have more than that left. You're not even halfway through the actual playtime, the actual game, because do not count the first 20 years. You're pretty much useless the first 20 years. You're fucking useless to society, all right? You're useless to the game as a player, right? You're not providing any value. You're just learning how to learn. So the real life starts at about 20. So if you're 50, you've been just playing the game for 30 years. That's your playtime. And then you have way more than that. And of course, people are going to be like, but you're going to have less energy and stuff. And yeah, I mean, play the game. I didn't say that everything is perfect. It's kind of like poker. You're playing with the cards that you're dealt with. So it doesn't matter, but you have a lot more experience when you're 50, 60. You have so much more experience. You know how to read people. People cannot lie to you as easily. People cannot manipulate you. You have so much real world experience. Like everything. Just realize the actual playtime. And everybody just wants to grow up so fast. That's the same with me. I wanted to grow up as fast because nobody likes the tutorial. The tutorial fucking sucks. Let's just say that.